Moshiko, we have a surprise for you. You know, there is so many people on the chat, and there is so many people who say hello. Noni from Canada saying you love. And one dancer wrote like this: now I really want to learn Moshiko's dances and elements. After she saw it, this is what she wrote. So yesh tikva. And we have a surprise for you, Moshiko. I hope she's there. It's a surprise that I never prepared. I hope she's there. I'm asking my best man ever, always. Itamar. Here. Moshiko, מי זאת? תעשי unmute, ממי, תעשי unmute.
סבא?
אוי, מקסימה. מרגשת אותנו.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bosmat. I'm Moshiko's granddaughter. I joined this Zoom. I'm so moved. Oh my God, this is beautiful. He does not know that I joined. Saba, I love you. I miss you. You are the greatest. This is so moving to me. I'm about to cry. Shmulik, thank you so much. Happy birthday, Saba, יום הולדת שמח, אני אוהבת אותך. All the way from New York, Brooklyn, New York. I live in Brooklyn, New York, all the way from here. I love you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now we are going to dance your dance. Moshiko want to say something. Moshiko, you want to say to her something?
כן, מה שלום הילדים?
ברוך השם, בסדר.
מושיקו, איזה ריקוד אתה רוצה שנרקוד עכשיו?
יוחאי, בורח, מה שלומך?
ברוך השם סבא, תודה רבה כפרה, אוהב אותך עד אינסוף.
מה, אני כל הזמן, עוד רק השבוע חשבתי על אופיר, וחשבתי על יובלי, ואני עכשיו, במאי, אני מוציא ספר של כל המוזיקות שלי, בתווים, וכל השירה, וכל השירים.
תכף נדבר על זה.
אבא אוהב אותך, יום טוב, happy birthday, we love you.
רגע, אל תלכי. מושיקו, what dance we should dance now?
בשמת!
יאו! here we are!
בוסמת עלי כותרת לך בוסמך כפרח עלי לך צופך הסיסמתוק מדבש משכן לאכול פרפר
בוסמת עלי כותרת לך בוסמך כפרח עלי לך
בוסמת עלי מאור חיי ללא בוסמך איני קיים כשיר תוגה ללא מילים כעוף ללא כנף
את עולם בסמת וחודשני וארגמן את החסה כאפריון שמחתי מקור אוהב אותך בסמת ספר נאמר
שלי את לעולם בוסמת כחודשני בארגמן
אותך חסה כאפריון על ראש
שמחתי מקו אוהב אותך בוסמת יופייך מזור ליבך מלאך מה עוד נשאר לי להוסיף שטרם נאמר
בוסמת! איי.
בשם, את שומעת אותי? כן? אני גם חיברתי ריקוד לאורי, שיצא לאור בקרוב, וככה שלא תרגיש מקופחת. כן,
Moshiko,
כן,
Moshiko, we have another surprise for you. A very dear friend. תישארי איתנו בוסמה. אל תבכי, כי אני בוכה איתך. תפסיקי עם זה.
אתה מיוט.
We have a friend here, and his name starts with L, and he's from Boston.
לארי.
Larry Dannenberg. Larry, the stage is yours. Shalom, Larry. How are you?
I am fine, and I hope everybody is fine. And Moshiko, especially happy 89 and a half birthday, I think is the closest. Something like that. Everybody can hear me, right? I hope,
yes.
Because I couldn't hear Ken. So, okay. So I can't dance in this space. I thought I would just quickly tell an amusing story so that, just to entertain. I first met Moshiko at the camps in New York, Hora Shalom, Hora Kef. I was like everybody, I was captivated by his dances, especially the quality of them. Other people came and taught 12, 14 dances, whatever. Moshiko taught only a few, but only the very best. It was very impressive. And he not only did he choreograph the dances, he wrote the music, he sang along. He sometimes took the microphone at Hora Shalom and would sing. I remember sing Shema Ha'el, for example, along with himself, because he was singing on the recording and playing the instruments. And I think maybe he might have designed the nuclear power plant that was providing the electricity for the recording studio. I don't know, he did everything, okay? And it was great. And I remember in 1986, he had just taught Deb Kador, which we danced with Ken Avner a few minutes ago. Everybody thought Deb Kador was the best dance that they had ever seen. We wanted to do it over and over. Okay, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. We still wanted to do Deb Kador. I don't even think Moshiko knows this. He wasn't there. Moshe Skayo, who was running the camp, had had enough. He wanted to go to sleep. He turned off the music. He locked up the equipment so that the music couldn't play anymore. But we didn't care. We sat there and we sang along. If you ever think about it, Deb Kador is kind of hard to sing along with. You got to go, there's no words. And we sang the dance ourselves over and over so we could continue doing the dance at 3 in the morning. There are at least 5 people on this chat, on this Zoom call who were there at the time. Identify yourself in the chat because you were there. I'll tell one other story before I get to the main point, because it just became relevant last night. Moshiko came to Boston to do a workshop. This was in February 1983, 39 years ago. He was supposed to do a workshop the 12th of February, except that it snowed the day before. It's that day, actually. It snowed that Saturday. We got a couple feet of snow and all the planes were canceled and he couldn't get there. And I called him and I said, Moshiko, you can't get here. We're going to have to cancel the workshop. And he said, no, I love the Boston people. I want to teach them. I want to be with them. I'll get there somehow. Go to the train station and wait for me. I went to the train station. I waited 3.5 hours until he finally was able to get a train to Boston. We couldn't have the workshop in the place where it was supposed to be, the Sala de Puerto Rico, because the ceiling had broken through under the weight of the snow and it was full of water. So we had the workshop somewhere else, but he absolutely came and taught his dances. I'm going to put in the chat a pointer to the program from that day. You can see what he taught. I'll put a lot of stuff in the chat, but what I really want to say today is not everybody made the donation, okay, for the suggested donation for this session, but that suggested donation is supposed to be getting rid of advertising. So since you didn't make the donation, you have to listen to the advertising. And here it is. I just want everybody to be sure that they have seen. This is Moshiko's autobiography, which actually, let me not take the HoroWiki page. The HoroWiki page is important, but I'll put a link to that later. Let's just look at the picture of the book. This is his autobiography, now available with a whole bunch of stuff in it that you must see. Has the story of his life, of his family, where he came from, where his family came from, details of his careers, relationships with other important people. If you're interested in what Fusai did for him in 1979, his complete diary of that trip in 1979 to Japan is there as he contemporaneously as he took it then, including the story of the choreography of Bosmat, which is in the book because that was choreographed in Japan during that trip. Some poetry that he has written. You didn't know that he also writes poetry in addition to everything else, and lots and lots of pictures. Here's something that nobody knows. There's 179 pictures in the book. Nobody knows it because nobody except me would sit and count them, right? I'm going to put links in the chat to where you can buy it. The picture is in, wait a minute, the picture is in Hebrew, but I don't want you to feel that you can't get it also in English. It's been published in English also. So it's available. I will put links in the chat of where you can get it, not just Amazon, because Jeff Bezos has enough of our money. And anybody who is interested, I strongly, strongly recommend it as a resource of lots of information. It has a list of all of his dances. Okay, I don't know. I can't say enough about it. That's enough.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
I would like to thank Larry so much for being such a really, really good friend. And by the way, all the names that comes and rolling there, it's from his computer. And thank you for doing that, Larry. It's an amazing job. I'm already jealous. Larry, אתה חבר טוב. God bless you. Moshiko, you want to say something to Larry before we continue?
Well, with Larry, I kept from the moment we met each other, I kept, my relationship with him, and he helped me not once, and he knows what I'm talking about, and I still keep in touch with him, and he helped me when I translate the book to English. He helped me with the dictionary, how to put it in the right way in English. So he is a very good and important person in my heart, he and his family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm going to show you one more thing. This is from the book, just so you know what you're in for. Pictures of Moshiko.
Oh my God!
Before we knew him.
Oh my God!
These are his with his family. The arrows point to him. Oh, I missed an arrow on this one with the beach, but the one on the right is Moshiko. Okay, on that picture on the right. And as a tap dancer, I believe, on the bottom, lots and lots more great pictures in this book. So I recommend it to everyone.
Thank you, Larry. And Moshiko, we are continuing. There is someone that wants to say hello to you. Someone that he is from England. Shalom, Maurice Stone.
Shalom, Moshiko, and happy birthday year. I was very honored that Shmulik asked me to speak this evening to you. And what I wanted to do for everyone was just share some of the amazing stories about Moshiko. Because he's not just a very creative dance creator, but he's an amazing professional as well. I say that because we first met in 1978 when he came to the first Machol Europa. And he stayed with Machol Europa for 26 years, and which was an amazing amount of time. He always astounded me because for a number of the amount of that period, he had a problem with his hearing. and he had to have an operation on his ear. And the fact that he could produce such great material and great dances while he was kind of disabled partially was just utterly astounding. I couldn't believe that anyone could overcome these type of problems. I just want to say also that he's a great ambassador for Israel. Really, really important. And I'm going to give you two examples about that. One is that we took Moshiko to a workshop we were holding in Ukraine. And we got, this is why he's such a professional. We got there and the airline had lost his luggage. So we arrived at the center. He didn't have any luggage. And then we had to start teaching. So we went into the dance hall and there was a dip in the floor. It was really very old Soviet type dance halls, which hadn't been repaired for a long time. And I said, look, Moshiko, we have to stop. He said, no, 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 we have to continue. These people have come. We've got to do our work to promote Israel and Zionism. And he took the whole seminar with him on this floor that was going up and down. And it was the most amazing experience. He was absolutely fantastic. And I can't believe there's anyone else who could do what he did. And there's one other story about his indirect influence. He worked with our performing group Oralim. He did a number of choreographies for them in London. And once, just after I think he'd been to teach, he taught the dance Ahavat Hadassah. And we had a call from a film production company because the actor Richard Gere, who some of you may remember the name, he had a part to play in the life of King David. And they wanted to have, the production company said, can you teach him any Yemenite style dances? Because it's the closest to the Jewish dance that we had in history. And I said, well, it so happens that one of the great choreographers has just been in London and taught us this dance, Ahavat Hadassah. And we have a photograph, unfortunately there's no video, of Richard Gere trying to learn Yemenite steps. It took us 3 hours, but eventually we got him to do a Yemenite step. Had Moshiko been there, it would probably taken 10 minutes. And there's just so many great memories. And I just wish you Ad Mea Ve'asrim, and that you can continue to dance and create and sing. You're a fantastic musician and creator, and it's a privilege to have known you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maurice, and give my warm regards to Susie and to the children.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maurice. Thank you. Thank you so much for staying so late.